Hello, my name is Shantae Berry. I'm the Volunteer and Special Projects Manager for Howard County Department of Recreation and Parks. This includes coordinating summer training camps, working with the community, organizing special events, and so much more.
I'm Danielle Bassett. I manage the adult programs and some special events. In addition, I supervise a variety of summer camps and coordinate summer concerts.
Hi, I'm Amanda Bartel. I oversee the gymnastics, martial arts, preschool sports, and pickleball programs for recreation and parks.
And I'm Ray Hall. I supervise football, lacrosse, and basketball programs for the county.
In 2014, the Office of Emergency Management approached our department about overseeing the Emergency Support Function 14, called ESF 14. This duty would include the volunteer management component of the county's emergency operation plan. I was not surprised by the request, as we already had a great working relationship with OEM because they assist and support our special events. With being the volunteer manager for the department, I took the lead on the new initiative. Initially, the thought was to develop a plan and form a team that would coordinate the management of volunteers if there was ever an emergency.
In 2015, the ESF 14 team was formed with Recreation and Parks full-time staff. This was a huge learning curve for us, but the Office of Emergency Management was very supportive throughout the planning process.
Then, in April of 2016, we were ready and our team had a scenario training exercise where we had to set up a volunteer reception center from scratch. This training tested the ability and knowledge of our team to implement the plan, and we did it successfully, but I honestly didn't think that any of us would ever imagine having to implement it as soon as we did.
Unfortunately, that July 31st, 2 months later, Ellicott City had a historic and deadly flood. Within a few hours, people were already asking how they may help, volunteer, and donate. They were also going into downtown Ellicott City, which was unsafe, and the county was assessing the situation. It was not safe for the general public, and we were not yet in the stage in the emergency that we could start accepting volunteers. Within 24 hours, we had set up a temporary volunteer reception center at Walmart.
In subsequent days, we tracked and registered over 500 volunteers.
Then, when the second flood happened in May of 2018, we had over 1,200 volunteers express an interest within 72 hours of the flood.
Yes, I guess word really got out after the first flood. Our website, social media posts, and signs have really helped.
Volunteers have had a tremendous impact on those affected by the two floods. I'd like to add that our group not only manages the registration process, but also matches volunteers to specific need.
And we also make sure that they are safe while volunteering. We ensure they have gloves, hat, water, and other items.
Fortunately, the department collaborates amazingly well, and with the many people the ESF 14 team works with, the 6-member team quickly grew to 15.
Yes, it would have been hard to get so many staff to help out on the weekends and evenings with ESF 14, as it has nothing to do with our 9-to-5 jobs for the department.
With every tragedy that strikes, there is always that initial shock and sadness. But quickly thereafter, this amazing community continues to support all affected by a disaster.